You are tuned in to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show presented by Grand Prize Barbecue on galvnews.com and Clear Life Media. We're gearing up for a big Galveston County rivalry matchup between Ball High Tornadoes and the Texas City Stings. Our team has been busy collecting stories from both schools, including interviews with coaches and players. Plus, we're introducing a very new segment called Student of the Week. Stay tuned.
Yes, sir. Game day, baby. Friday night.
The Ball High Tornadoes take on the Texas City Stings on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week, Friday night on Clear Life Media and the Galveston County Daily News.
Game of the week, baby. Rivalry game. Texas City versus Ball High.
Hello and welcome to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show presented by Grand Prize Barbecue in Texas City. We're broadcasting live on galvnews.com and Clear Life Media. My name is Kurt Casper and I am the host of today's show. And today we're broadcasting live from the video room of Texas City, and we'll have more on that later in this pre-show. We would like to thank our pre-show sponsor, Grand Prize Barbecue, located on Palmer in Texas City. Go grab a plate of barbecue from Grand Prize, sit back and enjoy all of the action tonight. All of the meats from Grand Prize Barbecue are hand-selected and smoked in a uniquely designed wood-burning pit. Tonight, the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week features two Galveston County rivals, both coming off signature wins last week. Ball High Tornadoes travel to Texas City to take on the Stings, and you can catch all of the action on galvnews.com and clearlifemedia.com. I'm now joined by James Lacombe of the Galveston County Daily News. James, thank you for being here tonight. I mean, tonight's a pretty big matchup. Both teams walked away with victories last Friday. What can we expect tonight? And talk a little bit about those Friday matchups for those teams.
Tonight I think we can expect a pretty intriguing matchup against two teams who kind of like to establish their offense in different ways. I think we saw last week Ball High, they kind of started with the pass game a little bit to open up their run game, which they did to great success against Lamarck.
Great game on our Game of the Week last Friday night.
Yes, I believe their main running back had over 100 yards on just 7 carries, so they were able to successfully pull off that game plan. Texas City's kind of the other way around. They won last week against Friendswood, who is a very good quality team that they beat by 2 touchdowns last week. They really established the run game early, the power run game.
Caleb Bell, he's a beast.
Yeah, I believe he ripped off like a 60-yard run right off the bat.
First game, it was 70. First play. What a way to start the season.
Yeah, and that really set the tone. I think they ended up with more than 300 total rushing yards, and Bell by himself accounted for over 200 of those. So I think with Texas City, we can expect them to go back to that power running attack, and I think it'll eventually open up opportunities in their pass game. And Ball High, they're going to continue to try and be hot on offense, with their experience at quarterback, being able to open up the passing game. And then, once that's established, they can, turn to Avon Coleman, their experienced running back, and really, kind of establish their offense. I think it's going to come down to who can establish their offense best this week.
Thank you for tuning in to tonight's matchup. If this is your first time watching, make sure that you hit the share button, tag a friend, send this to a friend, help get this information out about tonight's games. We are streaming right now on Clear Life Media's Facebook and YouTube pages, clearlifemedia.com and galvnews.com. We will carry all of tonight's action on all of those platforms, so make sure that you tell a friend to tune in and watch. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you free of charge thanks to all of our amazing sponsors. You can catch those on the screen right now. I want to especially thank Ron Carter League City for showing just how much they care about the community and our education. Without all of these amazing sponsors, we wouldn't be able to make tonight happen. So do me a favor and let them know how much you appreciate their support of our education system. James, you know, one of the cool things that is happening tonight is a rivalry matchup, but last week we saw rivalry matchups, we saw a lot of games. Talk about what happened for our other teams that are being featured on the Game of the Week.
Sure. I mean, we touched on how Ball High and Texas City did last week, leading up to their meeting this week. But also getting big wins last week were Hitchcock, who pretty easily handled a state powerhouse in Refugio. Coach Craig Smith gave me a pretty incredible stat that I believe it was Refugio's only 7th regular season loss in the past 16 years. And it wasn't even a close game. Hitchcock beat them, I believe it was 49-13, 49-12, something like that.
I have to give a shout out to Coach Craig Smith. He told me basically, like, we messed up by not having Hitchcock as the game of the week because that was the game that he really, really wanted. But I was like, hey, you're on the calendar. I think they're next week against Lamarck in week 4 as well. So they're coming up. You'll be able to see them.
Yeah, I know they were really excited about that Refugio game all off season long, and it showed. They played their hearts out. Also picking up a big win were the Santa Fe Indians. For very different reasons. It was Coach Blake Ryder's debut. Santa Fe had been on a 14-game losing streak, including going 0-10 last year. So they came out, got a nice win. I think it was 27-6, I want to say, over Kempner. And, you know, now they're 1-0 on the season, looking to go 2-0 this week. It's a new day there with their new head coach.
And I have to bring up, tonight's a rivalry match again from Texas City and Ball High. Both are undefeated right now. One team's going to walk away 2-0, and I think could say that they're the best team in Galveston County after tonight. How do you feel is big of important that is for tonight's game for the rivalry?
Sure. Yeah, like you said, the winner of this one is going to definitely have their stake to claim as the best team in this area, especially if they win the game in pretty emphatic fashion. Like we talked about earlier, you know, both teams are coming off highly impressive wins, so that just makes this week's game, that's already a rivalry game, so much more intense, and with it being so early in the season, so much on the line for both teams, you know, looking to pick up a signature win.
Stay tuned. We have more from our Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show presented by Grand Prize Barbecue on galvnews.com and Clear Life Media. Stay tuned. We have more to come, including our announcement of Student of the Week. Stay tuned.
Nobody said it would be easy. We do it anyways, and we've been doing it for years. It became our mission, a mission to give back to the community. Because this is our community too. It's at the heart of every phone call, meeting, and sale. Here at Ron Carter League City, our community is you. Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. Ron Carter League City, you deserve it. To learn more and shop our inventory, visit roncarterleaguecity.com.
Hi, I'm Vivian Garms with the National Honor Society at Texas City High School. Go Stings!
Welcome back to the Ron Carter League City pregame show presented by Grand Prize Barbecue on galvnews.com and Clear Life Media. Tonight's matchup features two Galveston County rivals, Ball High and Texas City. We are broadcasting today from the TV studio at Texas City High School. We are teaming up with the students in the programs for tonight's action, and we'll have 6 total cameras covering all of this football game. We would like to thank our pre-show sponsor, Grand Prize Barbecue on Palmer in Texas City. If you haven't tried the pecan pie or jalapeno cheese bread, tonight may be the night. Order online and learn more at grandprizebarbecue.com. We're going to take a closer look at the Texas City Stings. I'm joined now by James Lacombe of the Galveston County Daily News. James, what are some of the keys for Texas City to walk away with a victory tonight?
Well, I mean, we've touched on their powerful running game. That's obviously a big part of what they do. I think the big key for them is going to be how the defense performs against a Ball High team that put up 49 points last week against Lamarck. And I think one thing Texas City might be able to do a better job of than Lamarck did last week was getting pressure on the quarterback. I think that's going to be key. And they have a couple defensive players who are great disruptors and can, you know, get sacks, get QB pressures, get tackles for losses. I think defensively that's going to come down to that, how much pressure they can get on the Ball High offense.
We talked earlier about Caleb Bell, but it was interesting talking to some of the players at practice, and it was defense, defense, defense. And I remember thinking, Ball put up 49. So I know that they're going to try to stop that high power offense from Ball High.
Yeah, they're going to – I think it starts with, like I said, getting pressure on the quarterback and making sure they don't really establish that passing game that, they showed great adeptness at last week.
Yeah.
And if they do that, I think they'll have Ball High in trouble for sure.
All right, we'll have more on Ball High and a prediction coming up from James later in the pre-show.
Yeah, let's go.
We're all hyped. We're ready for that game. We're gonna go out there, do what we're coached to do, and show out. It'll be on the scoreboard at the end of the game.
Game of the week, baby. Rivalry game. Tech City versus Ball High.
It's a classic rivalry. The schools have a lot of rich history, a lot of games against one another. The communities come out and support both schools. We're looking to just continue where we're going. We're at a time where we're focused on us. We want to make sure that our kids are understanding exactly what we expect and just go out and do what they've been coached to do.
It's in our blood. We don't lose the ball. Ball been our rival for a long time. I've been at the school for a while. Ball always the most exciting game because that's the game everybody decides to come to. So
this is a rivalry game. It's all one of those. It's one of those things where who cares what record, who cares what district you're in. It's let's go out and let's see, because these are bragging rights for the rest of their lives.
Stay focused, stay physically, mentally prepared, listen to the coach, and just get the dub.
But as far as getting them ready for a game that's on TV, you try to keep it as normal as possible. You don't even let them know what's going on. They'll figure it out sooner or later. And with social media now, they probably already know. But the biggest thing is just to make it as normal of a week as possible.
300 yards, 5 touchdowns.
I just want to put my city on the map. I want everybody to realize that we have talent down here. We have dogs. My O-line are dogs. My receivers are dogs. My little quarterback, he might be little, he is a dog. We have the Warriors. Come recruit Tech City, man.
There are a lot of organizations and clubs in a school that help put on a football game every single Friday night. And one of those organizations is the high school band. We sat down with the Texas City High School band director and some of the students as they gear up for tonight's halftime performance.
We want to have a program that everybody's proud of, our community's proud of, and we're as a school are proud of. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to be a part of this program.
I enjoy being under the Friday night lights, so just playing at halftime, and it's just afterwards you feel the adrenaline and you feel so proud of yourself.
It's enjoyable. You get a sense of adrenaline when performing in front of a lot of people and showing off all the hard work that you put in throughout the summer. This year the theme is the Beatles. I think it's a lot more enjoyable to listen to them now, and it's interesting as we've gotten to play their music.
We're going to gear up for it. I think it's going to be, I think we're going to have a little bit of butterflies, but at the same time, the students are going to be geared up for it. We're going to have a lot of energy. They're going to be ready to tackle that moment.
So it's just fun, yeah, and hearing the crowd cheer for you.
People can come see us perform on Friday nights at the halftime show.
There are a lot of students doing amazing things inside of the classroom, and we were able to sit down with some of those students in Texas City in the National Honor Society. Here's the story.
National Honor Society is based off of 4 pillars: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. You have to have a 92.0 weighted GPA, you have to be a junior or senior, you have to have good character, great leadership in and out of your community and your school.
I really like seeing the impact I create in this community. With the Special Olympics, I saw everyone so happy getting their face painted, and with the CPS gift drive we did, I was so excited just to wrap all the presents and see how many people would have a better holiday season because of all the work we did.
National Honor Society is a really big deal because it's a world-renowned club, and it's recognized on resumes, on college applications, on your diploma. You have a special sticker that goes on your diploma. And as well as what we do is we dive in and we really help those in need.
My favorite part is probably the community that it builds. We really help a lot, not just at our school, but in the community outside of it. So people have kind of, known us as, oh, those are the National Honor Society members. And so we kind of have a name and a reputation that goes with us. So it's really helped build my community service as well as get me to know my community around.
We're here to help. I think that we're very centered here and that they don't think that we'll go out from just our school and help in the community. So getting requests from City Hall or something to actually pull us out and help. We want to help with the Christmas wrapping party. We're giving to other families that are less fortunate than us.
What you give and put in is what you get back. And it's very important because all the kids need to understand that when they get older and they want people to help in the community, they have to give what they put into it.
Stay tuned. We have more from our Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show presented by Grand Prize Barbecue on galvnews.com and Clear Life Media. Stay tuned. We have more to come, including our announcement of Student of the Week.
My name is Isaiah Cadrill. I'm in the Texas City High School Band, and you're watching the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
I'm Corey Moss. I'm the Vice President and General Manager of the Valero Texas City Refinery. It's great to have some time to talk a little bit about Valero and the United Way. We have 6 key values in Valero, one of those being caring. And it's not just caring within the team members of the Valero site and the company, but more importantly, it's about caring in the community. Valero believes in giving back to the community, and it's through the funds and the pledges of our employees and the matching gifts that our company does, we're able to support the agencies of the United Way.
Learn more ways to donate to the United Way Galveston County Mainland and your impact on the community by visiting uwgcm.com.
I'm Charles Gundrum with Ball High Football, and you're watching Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
Thank you for watching tonight's Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Our pre-show is sponsored by Grand Prize Barbecue. You can actually watch all of tonight's matchups on our Facebook page, YouTube, on galvnews.com, and also clearlifemedia.com. Tell a friend, share it out. We're really excited about tonight's game between Ball High and Texas City. Now we're going to take a closer look at Ball High. We're joined by our expert in high school football, James Lacombe from the Galveston County Daily News. James, simple question. Ball High wins how?
They win if they are able to be as effective on offense as they were last week. We talked a lot about how good their passing game can be, and that opens up the running game for big gains later in the contest. So I think that's going to be key. Also, just how their defense is going to perform against such a big, bruising running attack that Texas City brings. And, Texas City's going to bring it. And, Ball High against Lamarck, they did a good job of not giving up any, really big plays aside from the touchdown at the end of the first half that they gave up. So I think the key for Ball High will be, not getting rattled by the Texas City defense, first off, offensively, and then defensively, I don't know if they're going to be able to shut down Texas City's running game, but at least slow them down, get some, 3 and outs, get your defense off the field against that, punishing running attack, and give your offense as many chances as they can get to, put points on the board.
At practice, both teams were looking pretty good, so this is going to be a good matchup. We're going to have our predictions from James, and I might give mine. I might. We'll see.
We got ourselves on a high hill right now. We feel good. Everyone looks great. We all playing really good together, and just right now, everyone's just working out together. It looks good right now.
A win like this gives them some confidence, but it also, at the same time, they know what kind of programs over at Texas City. They do an outstanding job over there. Our kids know what they're in store for, and so they're fully respectful of what they're about to see on Friday night.
Yeah, there's a little bit to live up to now for this game, but like I said, I think we got it down.
I think it's going to be a physical game, both sides of the ball. As long as we're hustling, and I think that was the key to the other night. We played hard. Kids just played hard, start to finish, and that's what I'm after. And this is a group that's built out, built off character, and I think they're gonna do well as far as playing hard to whistle to whistle.
We're just hoping to come and show up, hoping the offense can get a little bit more moving. Last year we had some struggles, but this year I'm feeling good.
Good, wrap him up.
Matching their mental toughness. They're super tough. Everyone's super mean. We just got to come out in the field ready to perform.
We can stop the run, get them into the pass, feeling great. Then the offense just has to come, put up a couple touchdowns for us.
The kids all played so hard, so it wasn't a huge shock because we had higher expectations probably than what the kids realized we did of them. So I'm really proud of all of them.
Thank our pre-show sponsor, Grand Prize Barbecue on Palmer Street in Texas City. Go grab a dish of barbecue and watch tonight's action. Thank you, Grand Prize Barbecue, for sponsoring today's pre-show. Last week, our pre-show was held in the Ball High TV studio. Gardy Garcia sat down with the instructor, Mike Dudas, about what's going on in their program.
I'm joined by Mr. Dudas. Mr. Dudas, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Welcome to the Studio Dreams, the Tornation Productions.
Let me know a little bit about this place. What's up with the name as well?
Well, we tried to have a catchy name when we first began, and we called it the Studio Dreams. It was just, actually, that idea was Gina Spagnola, our friend from the Galveston Regional Chamber of Commerce. So the year that the Astros were in the World Series, that's all everyone, of course, talked about and everything. So she had Gabriel Prusmack as a guest on her weekly show, which she does here in the studio, and she goes, would it be cool, like in the little coffee area right over there, for him to do a little mural? And I said, great. So he came in 30 minutes. We had it on camera with his spray cans, and like I was saying earlier, to have that idea and be able to produce it, from your head to your hands and through spray cans in 30 minutes, that beautiful little mural he did.
Yeah, and he's local from Galveston, Texas, went to Ball High School as well. Y'all have a lot of really talented students. We had the opportunity to talk to some of them on the football team and some of them in other programs here as well. What kind of students, come through here and work in the studio as well?
Just your average mainstream student. So I have, of course, students that actually have in class, but the kids that when I form the team, they usually bring their friends who are not students of mine. And kids are funny, especially like in this type of program. They'll bring kids that that are workers. They're not going to bring someone who's a slacker or who wants to be a part of this just to jump on the bandwagon. So the kids tend to be pretty protective and make good referrals. So I've been able to kind of spread out and do even more by just attracting other kids who, hey, I want to be a part of this. What do you need or whatever? And the rest is history.
Tonight's action is brought to you free of charge on galvnews.com and Clear Life Media. There are wonderful opportunities for you to highlight your business, or if you know of blah, 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 3, 2, 1. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you free of charge on galvnews.com and Clear Life Media, thanks to all of our wonderful sponsors. If you would like to sponsor, please reach out at info@clearlifemedia.com. Stay tuned, there's more to come on our pre-show. We get you ready for all of the action. It's Ball High versus Texas City.
My name's Sheldon Knight. I'm head coach of the Ball High Tours, and you're watching Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
Thank you to Troy Chase Realty Group for sponsoring the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Get your dream home with Troy Chase Realty Group and learn more at troychase.com.
Thank you for watching the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show presented by Grand Prize Barbecue in Texas City. We're so excited about tonight's matchup. We have Ball High versus Texas City, two rivals that are going to do an amazing job of giving us a fantastic game on our broadcast. You can catch that all on Clear Life Media and also on the Galveston County Daily News. I want to thank all of our sponsors of tonight's broadcast. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to broadcast tonight's game for free. If you're interested in sponsoring, give us a call, send us an email, info@clearlifemedia.com. And I'm joined now by our expert in high school football. I say expert because we're going to give a prediction about tonight's matchup. James, who do you like? What's the score? Give us the idea for everyone who is watching right now.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes either way. But Just given the fact that, I mean, Ball High's going to be brimming with confidence coming off that huge win.
Yeah.
At the same time, Texas City, they didn't win by as much last week, but I feel like they beat a very good quality opponent, so that might have them more, I guess you could say, battle-tested for this coming matchup. And I've been high on Texas City all off season. I think they're going to do great things this year, and this, I think, will be a signature win for them. I like the Texas City Stings to win, continue to just, pound the rock on offense and be, disruptive on defense.
What's the score? I need a score.
If I had to give a final score, I will say Texas City 27, Ball High 21.
All right, and I teased earlier that I was going to give my prediction on tonight. I'm going to say that a team from Galveston County is going to win.
All right.
I have to stay neutral because I got to go to the practices next week, and so I don't want to have to deal with, oh, we told you, you didn't pick us to win and we won. Haha. I don't want to do that. So a Galveston County team will win tonight. So one of the cool parts about our broadcast is we get to highlight some of the cool things that students are doing in the classroom. We want to introduce you to a new segment that we're offering called the Student of the Week. Check it out.
I'm Tavo Bungu. I'm a senior at Texas City High School, and I'm Student of the Week.
Tava embodies everything that we want to instill in our students here. When we talk about a portrait graduate, then we're talking about a student like Tava, who not only is an outstanding scholar, is involved in programs here on our campus. Not only is she just involved, but she leads those programs. And we can appreciate the voice that she expresses here on our campus.
I feel like a lot of people don't really speak up, especially to like administrators and things like that when they want to be heard. And I feel like it's always good to have a voice that can go to someone and be like, hey, this is what the students are wanting, or this is what I think could be better for the school, and things like that. Because I feel like if it wasn't me, I would have wanted somebody else to do.
But instead of trying to beat the system or just complaining, Tava will bring those issues to the forefront and actually visit with the administration and say, how can we do things maybe differently or better, and voice her ideas, and we listen and try to bring that to our administrators.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show presented by Grand Prize Barbecue. Go grab a plate of barbecue, watch tonight's matchup. I mean, this is going to be fun. Are you excited, James?
This is going to be very exciting, considering both teams are coming off such a great wins last week, and it's a great rivalry game to begin with. I'm very much looking forward to how it goes.
All right, we're moments away from our matchup between Ball High Tornadoes and the Texas City Stings. Guardian Todd, take it away.